Welcome to the 2025 Mentorship, Entrepreneurship and Networking Conference organized by InMe Global. This year, our theme is Building a Resilient Entrepreneurial Mindset, Strategies for Long-Term Success. At InMe Global, we empower students, aspiring entrepreneurs, and young professionals by igniting possibilities and guiding them towards success. Through our mentorship, entrepreneurship, and strategic networking, we provide the tools, knowledge, and opportunities for both personal and professional growth. From monthly mentorship sessions to dynamic seminars and our flagship annual conference, we are a catalyst for transformation, helping individuals unlock their full potential. For more information, visit inmeglobal.org. Follow InMe Global on X, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get on to one of our speakers coming on next. And this gentleman, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes down to, when you look up probably resilience in the dictionary, it might be his picture right next to it, because he's truly a man that is resilient, a man that is innovative and truly has a lot of wisdom. He's done it all and written many books to go with it. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, he's a leader who's paved the way for many and is continuing to shape the future with his visions and his direction. And he's someone who typifies mentorship and is looking to share his knowledge in so many diverse ways. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this man needs no introduction, but I'm very pleased to do so. And we'll start it off by introducing him with a video. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker, Captain Amoabeng.
Prince Kofi Amoabeng, born in 1952, is a retired Army captain, a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, UK, and a celebrated Ghanaian entrepreneur. He caused a paradigm shift in the lending industry in Ghana by founding Unique Trust Financial Services with 3 employees and grew it into a robust holding company, UT Holdings, with several subsidiaries both locally as well as in Africa and Europe. He is the founder of PK Amoabeng Leadership Foundation, whose purpose is changing and developing the mindset of the new generation of leaders and those in leadership as they traverse the leadership journey. This purpose is achieved through the PK Amoabeng Leadership Scholar Program, an intense 1-year program expected to produce industry leaders imbued with a strong sense of patriotism, innovative leaders, problem solvers, creative thinkers, and knowledgeable in their respective fields of endeavor. Captain Prince Kofi Amoabeng is the proud author of 3 best-selling books: The UT Story, Volume 1, Humble Beginnings; The UT Story, Volume 2, Building a Winning Team; and the UT Bank Story, Volume 3, Faithful Decisions. In his own famous words, he said, "If you strongly believe God got your back, you will never be perturbed by the challenges. Actually, you should be excited, because the bigger the challenge, the bigger the victory."
The bigger the challenge, the bigger the reward. Ladies and gentlemen, a man I think who stopped growing at 50 is the one and only Captain Amoabeng.
Hi everyone. Distinguished everybody. I'm very happy to be here and to support Pastor Francis and his team, what they're doing for the country in terms of building entrepreneurs and leaders for the next generation especially. And therefore, no matter what I'm doing, if they call me, I have to come and give them my support. So I'm very happy I could make it. And also for the love of the next generation and entrepreneurs, which has become my soft spot, I had to leave. I put somebody this morning, keep track, so I could be here to be with you also. Really nice that we're here together. Thanks to the Almighty God. We've been sitting for some time. I want you to do a small exercise. Can we all wait? All get up and point to the north. So please, everybody get up, shake yourself as you get up, shake yourself as you get up. Shake yourself as you get up, shake yourself, stretch. Where is north? Okay, thank you very much. Stretch again and that's it. Thank you. Yep. I want to start with a bit of introduction about myself. And you'll find the reason why I do the things that I do. I probably have your own understanding of it. And I'll talk about just two people, my grandmother and my father. When I was a kid and I was born, nowadays people say I'm handsome. I don't know whether because I made some money or not. But when I was a kid, when I was born, they said I was very ugly. I wasn't smiling. I wasn't crying. I was just there, very dark, with a fearful face. So they said I was very ugly. And my grandmother will always remind me that, hey, Kofi no aye. That's when I grew up a little bit. Number two, I was very, very truant. I was breaking barriers anytime. My father said I was like a goat. When they enter your farm, you put a band there, they will take the other side, and they put a band there. When it goes round now, you put the whole band. It comes to the first point, because that place is weak. He said, that's how he described me. Always breaking barriers and bands and things like that. But then I had a very good relationship with my father. None that you normally see in an African setting. I grew up to be my father's best friend. We had a contract. It says, I'll pay your fees to the best of schools, and you promise me you'll always be the best five. And we shook hands on it. So no matter, and I was a very bad boy in all the schools that I attended. Incidentally, I went to the best school in Africa at the Sada College. I know some people who are gnashing their teeth, but I have the mark. But it's true. And then I went to St. Peter's Sixth Form, and I went to School of Administration for my degree. Now, up to university, I didn't know I was learning for myself. I was learning for my father, because I would do all the bad things. 2 weeks to exam, I would burn all the candles or whatever you have, just to make good grades for my father. Now, after school, even before school, when I was in secondary school, my dad was my best friend, as I was saying. We talk about my girlfriend, his girlfriend, even though he was still married to my mother. We would drink and get drunk together and to see father and son wavering back home. We talked about everything. At some point, they said I should change my name because his name is Chuma Popo. And I was named after his father, who was on Hinebaku Amoabeng. And I looked at him and I said, why? He says, because nowadays, everybody's taking their father's name. I said, okay, then it's true. Then you change your name. Because your father is Amoabeng. I said, you can keep the name. And the reason why I'm talking about me and my father is because the person who's brought you into this world, educated you, clothed you, fed you, everything, paid your fees and everything, you have no fear for him. He's your friend. You can tell him anything. It creates a different African. As I stand here, I do not fear any human being. I don't. The good side is that I respect everybody. But that good side, I'm telling you, is coming from my grandmother. I had a grandmother that I loved. And for some reason, even though I'm going to all the good schools, elementary school, every holiday I want to spend with my grandmother. At Achim Hemain, we used to call Fanchineko. And this old lady would take me to church every morning, 4:35. And we go and worship and we sing, and I used to dance and sing at age 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And she gave me the rudiments of Christianity. And so, and you know when you're a kid, that's when they can instill a lot of things, you can learn language and things. So my foundation in God and my relationship with God is better than what people say all the things, better than a lot of pastors. Pastors, maybe, I always excuse you. But because I don't show it, because of my attitude to life, sometimes I get condemned, even in churches. Now, I hear, I laugh, I said, the Lord says worship, people are worshiping. Mine is special. And I mean it. I don't talk about it, I don't brag about it, I don't try to turn people away from your faith, but I have my special relationship with God. So that is why I respect everybody. And from my father's side is why I don't care anybody. Because nobody has paid my feet before. Nobody has fed me. So that is PK Amoabeng's foundation for it. I will start with my personal philosophy, and it is this. How many of you do not believe they were created by something or someone? Anybody? If we think, as for you, it's Big Bang, and they all say they just think there was, let's see. Thank you. Thank you all very much. We're on the same with you. So, my philosophy is this. Anything which exists, or any living thing, natural thing which exists, has been created. I'm going to say word blankly deep. Now, the only reason why someone would create something because they are envisioning a purpose for it. In other words, whoever put us in this world has a purpose for us. Of course, we don't have a script saying the purpose. We don't. But certainly the purpose will be to improve or better his creation. His or her creation. So we are all here to better this world that will come in. Are you all with me? Now, if you believe in that, then it means whilst we're here, we should look for what we can do. And God created us uniquely, different parents, different villages, whatever. Our features are all different because there are a lot of problems, and the envisages that you can solve some of these problems for you. That's the reason why I put it here. So I'll address this directly. If you are a Ghanaian, and you've been through school and everything, and your aim is now you are possessed going outside the country, the message I have for you is that you don't believe in your God. God created you, gave you to mother, father here, and put you in Ghana. And created as it is. We have numerous problems. This is to buttress what Cobra was saying, what you were saying. Numerous problems in Ghana, anywhere you turn. And we have beautiful capital, manpower. And you say, as for you, you are living to Abuchi. Now, when you do that, if you are going to study and come back, of course you are building capacity, I can't consider that. But when you do that and leave, and you don't come back, at least you have confused your creator. People to here, to solve problems around here, you have left. You now have to find something that you can do in the new environment. So my message to you, the young ones, is that there is something special that you can do in this country. Find it. And it's not going to come easy at all. But find it and do it. Now, I'll tell you my own experience. After I finished university, If you read my first book, it's all there. I was leading a life that I didn't like myself. Go out to a nightclub, this to take. I come back about 4 a.m. If I don't overdo it. Otherwise, sometimes I come at dawn, 6 a.m. And I was gambling and with women and all those things. Young man. Those days I was 22, 23 when I finished the verse. And I was saying, Kofi, I'm not heading anywhere. Setting up, but I will go all the same, but remind myself, this life is not good. Then I saw an advert in the papers. Recruitment to Ghana Armed Forces Military Academy. I should have thought started, but I didn't like to at all. I didn't like it. They want some people to go and make zombie. Then something said, look at it again. Long story short, I applied and I went to the training. I won't tell you exactly, I don't have the time. And I came out of the army a completely changed person. I was disciplined. I had learned leadership. I learned about caring for people. I learned about generating trust. I tell you, without doubt, the best leadership training is in the army. And when I got, I was an officer and a gentleman. The only bad side is that I look at civilians and I said, very lousy civilians, they don't know what they're about. That's the only bad side. But otherwise, my life had changed completely. Then I had to leave the army because of the first school AFRCU, followed by PNDC. I said, this is not the army I came in here for. And I loved the army because everything suited my system. So when I left the army, I went back to UK where I'd gone to study. And I went to meet my mate, Waida, who was an accountant in London. And I said, Sharik, my country is burning. I need to come and settle. And long story short, he found a job for me as a bookkeeper in Salisbury, which is small city or small town southwest of UK. And here I was, to continue, man, going to hide in Salisbury. I said, oh, but you evening class out better than you, so if you're an accountant, you should find me something better. They said, friends, will you shut up and stop that your nonsense? You don't have the right papers, and you are black too. And he was my best friend. And I said, what does that got to do with it? He says, I'll share it. He says, the best person I can give you as a friend is to let you know that every white person in Nix thinks he or she is superior to you. I said, you too. Because I'm my white person. So keep it. So anyway, I said, okay, reserve the job for me. I'll go to Ghana and sort myself. I came back and I said, so if I go and hide in that salt, my life is finished. And I'm probably going to marry some Obidimbepa or something. There will be some fat white lady for my papers. And I'll be stuck there. It's not very scary. I said, no. We should take the job. Those days, Ghanaians were graduates and teachers. There were a lot of teachers in Nigeria. We're talking about 82, 83. So I drove from here to Nigeria. And I drove, visited my friends and things like that. The good thing was that evening, after they finished their classes or lectures, they assembled at some beer bar and they had Guinness, the 24 volts, that's the big one. And if you take 2 of that one, you are standing, you are a man. And then they would chop a goat head with serious pepper soup. And I enjoyed it every evening. And they said, oh, I could get a job with Zaria University or something like that. I said, okay, finalize it, I'll come back. So I drove back. I said, so all I'll get in Nigeria is some salary, goat head pepper soup, and Guinness, and at best, some small naira to change and give to my mother. That's not enough. I won't go. Then I also had a job in Liberia, same thing. And I remember standing on the overhead, not circle overhead, the old one connecting the old small, still there. goes to Joy FM station, all those. And I want to stand the one there of looking at cars, Mercedes-Benz, people passing up and down. And I said, so all these people, they have sense more than me. And they're able to make it. And me, with second class apart, chartered accountant, military and everything, I cannot make it. I said, no, God, this one, if it's a sin, let me say, I am staying here, and whatever you want to do with my life, please do with it. I'm not trying anymore. That's how I stayed. Otherwise, I'll probably be in Salisbury or Nigeria, maybe killed somewhere along the line. All this to tell you, the young ones, that this is where God has a place for you. Now, I said it will not be easy, and I'll use that to tell you a bit about my reflections and conclusions about who the African is. The African has the abundance of natural resources. We don't even have cool temperatures, certainly no snow, no winter. Greens, people still forage to eat. You go to some farm, take kontomire, take some snail, take okoto, make a okusie or something. The soup that people in the village are chopping, you won't get in Accra to chop for free. So Africans naturally had it too cozy. And that is why we have the cultures and traditions that we have. Because in this world, the environment determines the nature of, or the traditions and attitudes of the people. Or people adapt to the environment. If you don't adapt, you can't survive. Let me give you two examples to illustrate this. I went to the north of Sweden. Me, plantain boy. You know why I went? To go and ski. Because I only saw it in and I had a relative there, and I said, that place they ski. He said, yes. I said, okay, I'll come. And I went all the way to north of Pili to go and ski. I was observing what was happening. Two things that started. The trees there, I think the cedar tree or something, the tree stays in hibernation for about 8 months. And then they have a 4-month summer. And during that 4 months, they actually spring back, flower, you see the leaves coming, bear fruit, and the fruit, I don't know what it's used for. By the 4th month, it's finished its business and gone back into hibernation. So you see the tree as if it's dead. No leaves, no and it's there for the next season. The plants have adapted to the environment. The plants and trees that could not adapt to that environment are dead. So you won't see mahogany there. Never. Mahogany is having too cozy and growing so high in Africa. That place, mahogany won't last. So even the trees have adapted to that environment. The second thing, the human beings, from child like that, to 90-something-year-old lady, they all ski. You ski to the bus stop. You ski from the bus stop to your supermarket and ski back. In the buses, they have compartment for you to put your skiing gear. So the environment has made it compulsory, or they've adapted. And I said, hey, so it's not that stupid people were not put here, but those who are stupid are dead. Because if you don't think, you will die in those areas. Now let's come back to our Africa. You can see even a madman walking from here to Tamale, next 6-8 months, they are back. Naked, they are not dead. Nothing will kill them. They've eaten 8 months for free, somehow. That's Africa for you. Therefore, for me, the cozy circumstances made us develop the cultures and the mindset that we have. Therefore, if you want to build a company, this is moving fast ahead. Make sure that you create a company with a different culture. Don't just bring people here and let them do whatever they want. You, the leader, must establish a culture based on solid values, which should affect everybody who comes to the company, and back it with sanctions, policies, and sanctions. So I was telling the group I met in Akosombo, I said, at Unity, I love my staff. I love them to bits. Even today, I'm going to meet some of them, even though we're no more. But they said they didn't like me. And I said, why? How? They said, no, not that, but we are afraid of you. And I said, oh, you guys, the ladies hugged me, the men tell me everything they want. And I thought, well, paddy. They say, yeah, it's true, but you are laughing and hugging somebody in the morning, but afternoon time, you have sacked the test. And I said, oh, no, you could got it wrong. I have never ever sacked anybody before. They say, hey! And I said, it's true. We have our company, we have our policies, and when you come, you go for orientation, and you know what you have to do, so that the company will grow to what we've envisioned it to become, and then you decide to go contrary to our policies. I never sacked anybody before. You sack yourselves, you people. So if you don't go by the policies that we agree with, which bind the company, mine is just like a linesman. You know, linesmen don't look at face, they look at the line like this. Before he sees that the number 9 or number 5. So in the same way, me, when I was running my company, I was like a linesman. Once you go against the policy, I said, what are the sanctions? Done. And in the process, I sacked my own brother, my own cousin, a whole lot of things. But it was what it was. And I had problems with it. So I'm saying this to say that when you embark on a journey, or as you are here and trying to find something to do, if it's cozy, it means you will fail. Just as I've narrated Africa's rotation to you. You should find that it's tough. And as the Sobin Lati said, the forces against you are plenty. Number one is you yourself, your upbringing is chasing you. You have a lot of people, you think your brother has done this, and then you get a job with employing 2 people, you see some money, you have to show some people that you cry that they didn't think you'll be okay. So you chop the money, show off, buy a car, do all sorts of things. It's you. But it's the environment in which you've been raised. So shine your eyes to the hard facts. You start a job, you employ 2, 3 people. Hey, there's a family meeting. Kwame, they say there, there's a work of fan composing, only a poor won't fit. Your brother is here, your cousin is here, this is here. So why don't you pick them? You are on the path to failure if you are not careful. Other factors, you are a good Christian. You go to church. The pastor is your body. Every prayer, tell the pastor. Now the pastor calls you and says, oh, I'm sorry, but wait here. So the pastor has become your head of HR. Watch it. If you believe in chieftaincy and traditional things, you go home, you may say, you are a royal. And they give you, you are not lucky, they give you Unkoso Hema or Unkoso Hen. It means the chief substantive, he wants to use you and your money. That's why they give you that post. And then if you think, yeah, you've reached, you got it wrong. You need a job desperately, you go and see your politician friend. He says, oh, there's a contract, the money is not there, but you can start, we will pay you. Now, think he doesn't love you. He needs money for his campaign to fix his power. He would demand his pound of plus to know how you do it. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying it's wrong. Everyone and their condition, but be very, very careful. It's not going to come easy. And of course, we've got your regulators and GRE and everything that Koban mentioned. Now, I don't want to talk for a long time because don't forget, I'm 73 years old, I have a lot of experience, and I've written 3 books. So if I'm given 20 minutes to talk about the topic, I'm very handicapped. So I will cut it short in a few minutes, and then the moderator or coordinator can open the floor for me to answer some questions. Because maybe what I'm telling is not what you want to hear or what you came here to hear. Now, my journey of resilience, it'll be one interesting one. In this world, you can't win. And since we all agree that we're put here for a purpose, we have the solution, the problems when they come. The one who put you here and is guiding you for you to better the world for him or for her is with you all the time. But he wants you to use what he's giving you, this coconut here, and what he's put around it, which is a lot, to find what you can do to make this world a better place. He's watching you. So give it your best shot. Honestly, acquire worldly things. Because you are born with nothing, even weak. And your mom and your dad, they groom you for you to come out. So you're born into this world to acquire worldly things and use the worldly things to cause the impact. And when you die, you leave everything behind. Nice story. That's for everybody the same. So you have to stay humble and in touch with your God. And the worldly things just to let you have an idea what this is. For me, number one is you stay alive and be healthy. It can be cut short, you have no control, but your own contribution, the first thing you need to acquire, stay healthy, stay alive and stay healthy. Number two, acquire the right values. Be honest. Have integrity. Respect everybody. Respect every human being, because every human being like you is here with a purpose. And you can't take people for granted, because then you're making God's work more difficult. You go and steal from somebody. God has helped him to get something to use to impact people. Then you go and steal it. If I were God, I won't be happy. So work diligently, honestly, and also be humble at all times. Listen, with all the hula baloo about you are special and we are trying to achieve something and this and that, you are one person out of about 8 billion human beings. Any mathematician here? It means you are zero. It means you are zero. 1 out of 8 billion. You don't matter. Apart from all the money, you can be taken out at any point in time. Okay. So you are nobody. Stay humble, respect the other people, be honest, and then see what you can do. The other thing you must acquire is education. When you have the right values, have education. And educate yourself, because if you don't know about the world, how can you act effectively? So educate yourself as much as you can. You have to have courage. A lot of people are seeing them, they have businesses in their portfolio or briefcases. They are afraid that if they show it to somebody to see finance, they will see their thing, they forget it. Show it to the world. You have the vision, and if God wants you to do it, it's only you who can do it. Have the courage to take risks. And when you take risks in this world, it's interesting. If you don't take risks, you are not enjoying the world. So, let me take you through my own day. At age 4, I had done what I like gardening. I had done a lot of business. So, I didn't have a plan B after I didn't go to London and all that. And my next door neighbor was a business place, and I was happy to do. And when I decided what I was going to do, I'll follow him and his partners to see what they were doing. One thing was, they didn't like me at all. But they said that I told too much as a soldier man. What they are going to machine is there. I could be waiting in the car. Over sales. And they go and lie and lie and lie. It's not a business. So I come and say, is that what you told me? So I thought I couldn't last in business, but I stayed in business for 15 years. And what I didn't know was that I was learning the mindset of the Ghanaian businessman. I didn't know at the time. I was doing business. Sometimes I make money, sometimes I'm broke. And I did all kinds of businesses. I started to buy and sell. I went into importation, all kinds of goods. I was in air conditioning, I was in timber, I was in oil. I even installed a mortuary at some places. Later I passed, I said, you two have done so. I used to own a petrol station 15 years. And what made me change is, one day I went to my bankers and applied for a loan of 200 million cities, all cities, which are about $20,000 at the time. And I needed to buy one container of air conditioners and supply it to my buyer and get full payment. One container, quotation, everything, it wasn't firm, LPO, whatever. It took over 2 months. The bank did not manage it. And I was frustrated at taking my house as collateral. I'm supposed to do all the things that I normally do. Then a friend of mine, all the people that were my friends, I don't know me. So they called me, one of them called me and said, you done something about it. So I rushed there happy. When I got there, said, you applied for 20 million, 20 million. But we only approved 3 million. Wow. I know that one. And I was shocked. So the only thing I came out of my mouth was, do you know you cannot divide 20 by 3? I said, what fraction is that? So I called my account that day. I insulted all the people I insulted. And he said, I'm sure they know your just was. And I came home. And I said, sitting. And I picked him up and I said, but it's always been like this. I've tried several times. And then, if a child accountant, BSc admin, accounting major, soldier, 15 years experience in business, I have a house. If I cannot raise 20 million, then who are the banks selling? How are people surviving? How are businesses getting funded? How are businesses getting loan? I said, and there's no mystery about lending. If you put a structure in place and things, I woke up and said, I'm going to lend. I'll change the narrative here. That's how I started with insurance. The problem, plenty of different approaches. You see how I went through the house, so I can't talk about all of them here. Now, as was said, with 3 people in addition to myself, we put structures, policies, love, everything, good people, kept growing, solve our financial problems, but also within 11, 12 years, we started 1997, by 2008, 2009, the company that we started was almost nothing. When we took the financial services to the stock exchange, had a market cap of $90 billion. So a figure of around about $20,000. So all that here in Ghana, no Asa, no Libidi, no cocaine, no shit. We went here, organically and grew it. And we had a staff in 2012, the Unity Group, of over 2,500 people paid directly every month. It can be done. That is the message of it. It can be done. If you have the values to do it, you love people, you care for them, you respect everybody, you put systems in place, and you guide the system, you know the way
Today, our problems.
to finish my story. When you done it, and everybody's seeing you, yay, Kofi Amoabeng. Hey, Johnny Walker. We invited to Stanford, Oxford, go and talk. National award. The politicians are saying, now we're okay home. If they don't see you in NDC, you must be MPP. MPP they were not seeing me, so I must be NDC. So nobody liked me in politics. And I will speak my mind for the love of the people, not for myself. And that created more enemies, and I didn't know I was creating enemies. Then, even pastors, I wasn't seen with any powerful pastor. Then they said, I made a statement, and I said, I don't believe in tithing. One person in Ghana, 30-something million. I said, medium in tithing. They say, hey, the man said tithing is bad. And all the pastors were against me. I said, I won't take your money from you. I'm saying, need my money there. You know, apart from all you, one thing that I fear about tithing, God knows Nkunta more than you. And if you pledge that anything that you earn, you give 10%, and then maybe I give you some 500 on the side. Now, why you don't declare it? God has said it. Oh. So if you pledge to tithe, please make sure that if what you believe in, you go by the principle. I think I can't. And I think the God who put me here, if he makes me, he guides me to make money. He knows he'll give me the sense where to put the money. And I will not say it, but if you know what I'm doing for some church, you'll be surprised. But I won't say it here. Because the pastors will think, I want to redeem myself. I don't have to redeem myself to anybody. So I'll keep it to myself. So, what was I saying? So I didn't have pastors, as powerful pastors as friends. I didn't have powerful chiefs as friends. I didn't have politicians as friends. So the enviness and the jealousies came from all sorts of places, plus my talk, by heart talk. Even though I meant no evil, that's it. So, long story short, when we grew to our highest level, we went on the stock exchange, raised money, and bought a bank. The first time a Ghanaian, at least financial institution, had bought a foreign-owned bank. Banco. And then how we bought it was something else. Kukurantumi boy. Those days, all the banks were either owned by the state or foreigners or former governors. Not any individual from Himai and Kukurantumi. Never. You couldn't get a bank to buy. But we still did it. Then circumstances were such that we had to merge the bank and UT Financial Services, which I don't want to take you through. And the bank started making changes. Today, if you see extended banking to 6 o'clock, it was UT Bank. Because I said, Makola people are sitting in the market at 4 or 5 o'clock. People are at work, they're closing at 5 o'clock. The banks were closing latest at 3 o'clock. And I said, no, then we are not serving our purpose. So the banks that were in major places are instructed that change the banking hours. And now the banks had to follow. Loan in 48 hours, even as I speak now, there's no way I can get loan in 48 hours. And we did our bit. We were voted Bank of the Year. First time an indigenous bank won Bank of the Year. So in short, I am so happy and feel so blessed with what God has done for my life. And God knows why I will go through some downturns. And when the bank, it was announced the bank had been taken, I had left the bank about almost 2 years. When they said the bank had been taken, I went on my knees and I'll confess to you in the prayer and I said, God, you took me through all these heights. I don't know why ordinary me, will use me for that. And you know why I'm going through this. I swear to you yourself, I will not fail you. I'll stay healthy and stay on course to see what you do with my life in the next time. So, ladies and gentlemen, It's not an easy world. You can't get any easy ride anywhere. And the case of this country looks, smells, and feels hopeless. But we cannot give up. We have to do our best to change the narrative for this country. Theoretically, it's possible. But how we can change mindsets to ensure that we get on the right path, and and it can be done. Ghanaians don't murder children in their schools. We don't do that. We're not that bad. It happens in America. I mean, well, America is the best state. So how bad are we? We're not that bad at all. But our mindset is such that we don't love ourselves. We like influencing everything and anything to our own benefit. But the world is not about us. It's about what we can do for other people. So on that note, I pray to God that you help us to change the mindset and give us the kind of leaders who can understand his works and redeem this our poor country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Captain. It will take 2 questions, only 2 questions.
My name is Eunice.
Yeah.
So I work in healthcare.
Okay.
So one of the things that hits me was he said we should always try to live and then stay healthy. So my question, and because I work in healthcare, I see a lot of 60, 70, 80 people who come and they are all most of them are very sick. Yes, in a way.
He says she's working in the healthcare and she sees a lot of 60, 70, 80 year people who want to die. Now go on.
So my question is, how do you stay healthy?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. I think you are impressed with my 73. I think the first thing is don't take yourself too seriously. Don't keep negative things in your mind. They must happen for a purpose. And most times it's to toughen you. The first thing is about the mind. I tell you, people tell me, oh, when they took your bank and your own people got a machine. When I meet them, maximum 5 seconds. Charlie, that's saying, you'll be fine. Done. I don't think about them. I don't think about why and this and that. I know that everything happens for a purpose. So keep a positive mind. Because a lot of people, they die because of their own pressures that they create in their minds. The Bible says you should not judge. Why are you judging and then worrying yourself? So I don't judge. I just say, wow. Hey, go wait. Okay. and I look for the next thing to do with my life. Now, 2, as I said, you must stay healthy because if you are not healthy, you can't impact this world. And you are here to impact the world. So on my own, I've been lucky. I was an athlete in school. Then I joined the army, so I was still very active. After I left the army, I would always go out to the gym. At least I used to do it about 3 times a week. Now I do it once a week. And I play golf. And I check my diet. Normally I'll eat once a day in the evening. And because when you are older, you don't need food. So when you eat the food, because your metabolism has slowed down with old age, then the food sits on you, and we have a nice way, we say it's middle-age spread, oh boy. You have done more than your body needs. So eat well, exercise well, love the world. Here, clear your mind. And last but not the least, be humble and believe that you have a God who is behind you and knows what he's doing with your life. Thank you.
All right, good. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Martin. Priscilla, I'm a midwife and currently doing my national service. I've actually been that type that I get initiatives. I'm that type I identify work or let's say jobs at different places. I start But then I have this kind of fear. Recently, I started a scrub business for where I'm working, 37 Military Hospital. And I actually went in for the first time, the second time. I had people buying. I've sold a lot of things, but I have this fear. I start and then I stop along the way. I feel like I'll fail. I started one reusable parts. They didn't buy. They didn't buy. I've been following you for some time. I feel like I want to know what can help me get away with this fear. What can I do?
Okay, I think I get your question. In narrating my own story, I said 15 years, I was doing all kinds of businesses. All kinds of businesses. And don't fear to fail. If you realize you failed, move on. And most of the failures will come from the structure of the company, the partnerships that we take. When it becomes very sticky, and you realize that it's the wrong partnership and things are not working, instead of fighting and going to court or going to juju and going to all those things, take a walk. Give it to your partner and take a walk. If he will give you something out of it, take it. Otherwise, take a walk. Save your life. And I've done it so many times. At least I can recount about 5, 6 times that I myself, what I'll do is I'll go to the Registrar General's office, pick director's forms, fill the resignation and put my name down. I can't give my partner and say, Masa, fa. And it's not the best, but do not waste your time on a business that's not working. Whether you're not able to grow the customers or whatever, or it's not making money, you are learning. They all come to play at some point in time. When I started Unique Trust Financial Service, I was broke and I was fortified. Do I need to say anything else? Thank you very much.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, a few days ago, Captain celebrated his birthday, turning 73. But I think he's 50 years with 23 years experience. Ladies and gentlemen...
That's 7.
37, yeah? With about...
Tell me a number.
We like it. Ladies and gentlemen, to officially celebrate that milestone as well, we have a cake from all of us at Envy Global. So if you can just take it off quickly. And we're all going to wish and sing happy birthday to Captain. And do it in the nice way possible.
That's why you were chasing me. I keep hearing, where are you? Are you on your way?
So yes, let's just raise it. I think you can raise it. Just raise it, yes. Oh no, there's a sticker in the back. Fantastic. So I'll invite some of our gentlemen leading the charge. Francis, some of our speakers, please. Okay, so we'll have Captain Carter first, and we'll all join into Carter. But first, we're going to sing. So all of you that are like me, who don't have much of a voice, hum. So ladies and gentlemen, Lekem will lead a tune for us.
All right, so everybody help me sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we'll be cutting the cake. So if our gentlemen and ladies can please help Captain hold on to the knife. And then we're going to count it down from 10. So if you all join me, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday! So at this point, I'm going to ask us all to carry the tune at least most of us know. Happy birthday to... Okay, come on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. You. God bless you now. Bless me. God bless you now. May God bless you. May God bless you now. Hip, 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 hip. Hooray! Hip, 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 hip. Hooray! Hip, 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 hip. Hooray! Happy birthday, Captain, from all of us, adding me and all of us here. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our incredible speaker, Captain Amoabeng. And we'll let him cut his second cake and do us the honors. Officially cut this cake, and this one we're going to share. Everyone's going to get a taste of these cakes, and we shall all take a taste to the good health, wealth, and continued success of Captain Amoabeng. So let's count it down, ladies and gentlemen. This one will go from 5, yeah? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday! Thank you so much, Captain. Would you like to say a few words?
What can I say? Stand here. I think I started giving my speech by saying how wonderful Pastor Francis and his team are trying to change the narrative of leadership and mindset in this our dear country. That's what we need. And a lot of people make some money and they get engrossed in the fact that they have the money. And they want people to see that they have the money. But I tell you, it's not how much you're able to make, but what you do with what you get. That's the most important thing. If you are just making the money and sitting on it and making sure, and people are saying you have this, and you are not using it to impact the lives of people and give hope for the next generation, you haven't done your bit. And on that note, I'm really, really happy to have this, my junior brother here, doing exactly what is at my heart. And I'm there for him as he's there for me. This has been a wonderful surprise. And anyway, my birthday, I wasn't here. So I'm sure you wanted to do it on my birthday, but you couldn't get me. So Francis, you and your team, thank you so much. And I'll always be there to support you. And I love you all. Thank you.
How has it been like being a speaker?
It's been fantastic. You know, I knew it was coming up. As I know, there was a lot that went into the planning of this year's event. And it could only be the results to expect. But after you put in so much, certainly it will come out well.
Now, let me pick your brain about entrepreneurship in Ghana currently. What are some of the biggest challenges you recognize for young people entering in entrepreneurship? That's very prevalent, maybe 30, 35 years ago when you were starting off creating your just...
Well, I think the thing about this country is that the trend is not good. Structures that were there has gone worse. The level of governance is gone worse. Institutions are not delivering. The judicial system is not working. So really, really, it's a very worrying situation. Structures, institutions, policies, laws, and the implementation of them, which were there to some extent, they weren't the best. They've gone worse. That for me is the biggest challenge for the younger generations. When you want to start a business, you need good books. You need people with the right education. You need easy access to that, the funding and all those things. And they don't get it because that's what it's become.
Now, on the issue of mentorship, which quite a number of young people want, pray for, I'm sure you get hundreds of applications every year for those who want you to mentor them. What are some of the biggest things you look out for before you mentor someone?
I think mentoring takes various forms. Part of the mentoring that people want from. That's the reason why I've written 3 books to tell my story, which is a good experience for them. People call me to check on me. So we got the book 1, UT story, book 2, and book 3 about the bank and all that. And I also have the Leadership Foundation, which is doing exactly that. Because the mentoring, I need to structure it, otherwise I don't get to a lot of people, right? So with the Leadership Foundation, we go to schools, we give interviews and trainings, and we have the PK Amoabeng scholars, which is rather a bit intense, because we choose these young people and we take them to military training, and we take them to all sort of boot camps, and we give them a direct mentor for the period 1 year, and to guide them, because I can't be the only person guide them. So we choose. The emphasis here is about values, because the culture and the attitude of Ghanaians is going down and down. And we want these young people to be infused with the right values. Values like think about the other person, love the other person, care for the other person, respect for everybody. And you have to be honest, and you have to be a professional at whatever you do. And above all things, you must be God-fearing, because God put you here and you are supposed to serve the people.
What is the biggest misconception people have or young people have about having mentors?
Misconception?
Yeah.
I think they say it, but they're not really committed. Some people actually go to mentors thinking that it's a network and maybe they can even get financial gains and things, but knowledge and the value that will be impacted will be worth a lot more. So it's about teaching people to fish, as it's proverbially said, instead of giving them fish. So they should come in saying that I want to arm myself and build my capacity so I can be a better person to be able to change this country a little bit.
Now, what are the big plans for not only the Peace Scholars, but the Leadership School in 2025? What are we looking to, some of the highlights we're looking to chop in 2025?
There is hope, a bit. Because I think the new government is saying and doing some of the things that puts my heart at rest. Leadership is by example. And I think that the new leader, as in President Mahama, started by saying that, listen, we won't even celebrate the Independence Day. I have declared my assets, therefore you got declared. That is leadership by example right there, no problem about it. And then about saving costs, saving economy and all those things and cuts and things, it gives us hope a little bit. But policy being what it is, we are waiting anxiously and we are cautiously having hope.
I like that. Will there be a volume 4 anytime soon?
A volume 4 is possible, because after the bank, what I've been through is a full story on its own. And then I haven't told my real life story. So maybe I'll tell who Kofi Amoabeng is. And that's it, sort of bridge the gap or support what I've told about the UT. So there could be a volume.
Okay, we look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you again, sir. Final words to the organizers, maybe to encourage them on the way forward.
Wow, thank you very much. I mean, this is one hell of an event. I've known this group, and we're falling in love more or less. But I follow them to Winneba, and I think I follow them to a whole lot of places. And it's because we are in sync when it comes to what we think the youth need. What they need is that we should have leadership with the right mindset, and they are the future leaders. So if we can give them the right mindset and the entrepreneurial ability to be able to create businesses, I think we have hope of changing the narrative for this country. So the leaders have done their bit. We're all supposed to contribute our bit for the sake of the youth.
Thank you so much, sir. And huge congratulations for an amazing speech and event. And we look forward to more.
Thank you so much.